cannot believe I'm saying this, but we're headed to Tokyo DisneySea today, and I am bringing you guys along. I am like freaking out right now. I cannot believe we're going here. This entire trip and going to Tokyo Disney has been like a bucket list item for me for the longest time, and I am just so excited. If you're new here, hello, my name is Molly and I am a content creator. My husband and I live in Austin, Texas, and we've been on a trip in Japan for the almost past 2 weeks. I think we've been here for almost 10 days now, and we are ending the trip with a trip to Disney. We planned this trip to Japan starting in December with 4 of our closest friends, and literally probably multiple times a month leading up to this trip we have been planning, and the past like week has been so much fun in Tokyo. We were planning on doing Disney just tomorrow and the last day, but then we heard that there's a soft opening for Fantasy Springs, which if you don't know, it's the new land in DisneySea, and it's actually officially opening on June 6th, and so we were all so upset that we weren't gonna be able to go, but then we heard they're doing soft openings this week, so Dom and I decided to come a day early and see if we have a better chance of getting in, just because they're not doing it every single day. So that is what the hope is. We're headed to DisneySea today. There's DisneySea and Disneyland here, and we're doing DisneySea today, and then we're also doing it again on Thursday with our friends, and so this gives us 2 chances of being able to get into Fantasy Springs and ride some of the new rides that they have. It literally looks so cool in all the photos, and so I am just so hopeful that we can get in. Y'all also will not believe the view from our hotel. Like I mentioned, we initially weren't going to come today, so we didn't have a hotel over here, and then yesterday we ended up canceling our other hotel and just booking one really close. I didn't realize when I booked it that it was this close, so let me show y'all the view because y'all are gonna freak out. The Toy Story hotel is literally right there. That's where we're staying the next 2 nights. I'm so excited. And then just across right here is Fantasy Springs, the new hotel, which also opens on June 6th, but honestly I would love to walk through that as well if I can. I can definitely make a video on tips later if y'all want, but I was really surprised just by all of the hotels that are so close. I was thinking it would be a lot farther and didn't even realize it was on like the monorail loop to go into the park. So basically we're gonna walk over to Toy Story Hotel this morning. I'll probably film all of that later in the day just because we're essentially just going to drop off our luggage, and then we are walking to the park just so we can get ahead of the lines. From what we've heard and seen, the lines get absolutely crazy, like nothing I've ever seen for Disney. I am so excited. I am so happy to be bringing y'all along. I just cannot wait. It's a little after 6 right now. I think it's like 6:15. We have been waking up so early on this trip. I think we've been getting around 5 hours of sleep each night. The sun rises at 4:30-ish every single morning, so it is so bright so early in the morning, which honestly I really like. It has just made for a pretty exhausting trip since we're staying up late and then waking up early, but it's been awesome. So we woke up at 5:45 just so again we can get like an earlier start to get into the parks, but the parks don't open until 9, so we'll probably have more than 2 hours while we're waiting there, which is also like totally fine with me. I have my backpack that I am bringing. Right before Japan trip was my birthday, and so we flew out from LA for Tokyo just because the flights were cheaper. So Dom and I did a day in Disneyland, and he gave me this lounge fly while we were there, so I'm so excited that I'll get to use it while we're here. It's just so cute. So I have my little park bag all packed. And bringing our passports just because there's a lot that's tax-free. I don't know if that'll apply at Disney, but figure better to have them just in case. I have a little like rag to dry my hands because there aren't like paper towels in any of the bathrooms here. I have a little coin purse that I got here as well. It's Miffy. Then I just have like sunglasses, some like Tums and medicine stuff in case anything goes wrong. I have got sunscreen, which of course I bought here. It is so good. I love it. I feel like it, like, oh my gosh, it just feels so soft. So I will be using this all day. I'm actually not sure what the weather is gonna be today, but so far it's looking sunny and good. And last but not least, I have this hand sanitizer. We went into like 3 Disney stores, I think, that we found just around like Tokyo and Kyoto, and they all had pretty much the same thing, and I tried to resist like buying too much stuff because I know I'm about to buy a lot of stuff here, but when I saw the hand sanitizer, had to get it. So I have this as well. I don't know if the ears are as much of a thing here just because I know there are other things, but I think I'm gonna wear my ears today that I have. Dom got these for me for my birthday as well. I know the bucket hats are a very big thing here and I will 100% be buying a bucket hat, but I figure I'll at least start the day with my ears. I love them. And then of course you cannot wear a Loungefly or any bag without having your new emos, and so I've got 3 to choose from. I just got Russell in Disneyland. I've had Donald Duck that I got in Orlando, and then I got this one here in Tokyo. Wow, such a well-traveled little bunch of friends. I think I'm gonna go with Tangled though, go with Rapunzel, since we might be getting into Fantasy Springs, and I've never worn her since I just got her a couple days ago. So I'll show y'all really quickly how I put her on my bag, just because I feel like that's a question that a lot of people have. So all you need is a rubber band, and basically you just like loop it around like this. So cute. Okay, we are going to head out. Like I said, we're gonna go check in really quickly at Toy Story Hotel, but I'll show y'all all of that later. I cannot wait, and we'll probably see you in the line for the parks. Okay, it's about 8:30. We've been waiting for about an hour and a half. We felt very underprepared. Everyone had like their snacks and little like mats to sit on, and we did not have that. So lesson learned, but everyone just stood up. So it's, like I said, it's 8:30. The park opens at 9, so we're hoping we can get in soon. And then the pass situation, you can't like get, like in the States, you can get Genie Plus at 7 a.m. That doesn't happen here, so we can get everything once we get in. So we'll use the app and try and get some rides super fast. I'm so excited.
It is so cool.
We're headed to Journey into the Center of the Earth. Our first ride, we got a Premier Pass, which is the equivalent of the Lightning Lanes for Tower of Terror, and then we got the 40th Anniversary Pass for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So excited. And it doesn't look like Fantasy Springs, like the rides will be open, but apparently you can still like walk through it. At least that's what they said yesterday, so we'll see. This is so cool. Yum! We got ourselves a little gyoza, what's it called? Gyoza bun?
Sausage bun.
We got ourselves a gyoza sausage bun. We're waiting for it to cool off. We've now done 2 rides. We did the Journey to the Center of the Earth and then 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I think I like the Journey to the Center of the Earth. More so just because the queue was a lot more immersive and the ride was more like a coaster.
Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of felt like a combination of like Dinosaur and Everest.
Yeah.
And as it was going, like before the roller coaster part, it definitely felt like Dinosaur. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And was not expecting it to turn into a roller coaster, so that was really cool. I just thought that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was like really pretty to look at, and that was really cool. That's good. Oh my gosh. You're kidding.
I gotta get them all.
What? That's so cute.
We're gonna get it. I wonder if they have different sizes.
It's so cute. What the?
That is cute.
Like a little headband?
Tie.
That was the first store we went into, and I already bought like several things. I was so excited for all the shopping we're about to do. Look how cute you are. I love them so much. Oh, this is cool. It is so pretty here. Everything is so beautifully done. I cannot get over it. We rode the Indiana Jones ride.
It's the best ride ever.
Still not over it. Still not over it. It was so freaking cool. Another ride that I felt like was pretty reminiscent of Dinosaur back in the States. It was so cool. We're headed to Tower of Terror, which is my favorite ride in Disney World. So I know it's not the exact same storyline, and I'm curious to see what exactly it is. I know it's not like the Twilight Zone, so we'll see how it is. Tower of Terror is in America here, so we're walking through America. Genuinely, we are both just like so speechless because everything is so perfectly done. I like cannot get over it.
Tastes kind of like sweet corn, like canned sweet
yeah.
corn, but kind of with that buttery popcorn taste that we know, but also canned sweet corn.
Wow.
I like it.
Wow. Whoa. Yeah, it's exactly like you said. It's like a sweet corn. Whoa. It tastes exactly like a can of like sweet corn.
Yeah. Give it back, give it back.
Oh, I do. Wait, I realized that we didn't recap Tower of Terror. So you have to give your thoughts. You have to give your ranking.
So before we came here, we actually did Disneyland, and we got to ride the Guardians Tower.
Don't say
Hot
it.
take, the
Don't
best.
say it.
But you can't beat the nostalgic feel of Tower of Terror. I still rank Guardians 1, Tower of Terror 2. But I will say, this one was just as cool and the way they changed it and made it unique, and the way they told the story, and the way I would say some of the effects they did was like Tower of Terror 2.0.
My ranking is always the OG Tower of Terror first. Always. It's blasphemy to say anything otherwise. And I think I like Guardians more, and then this one's number 3. But like Dom said, it was incredible. I just like was wowed by Guardians in LA. First popcorn bucket of the trip. Okay, we have the black pepper.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah?
you're gonna like it.
This looks so cool.
Yeah, this one's my favorite.
Yeah, it's the best.
There are so many characters, I'm freaking out, y'all, look! There's so many rare characters here, this is insane! Just spent like the last 30 minutes waiting around to see if Fantasy Springs would end up opening, and apparently there was something back in like January through March where you could sign up to be in a lottery beforehand to get like a media pass or just like a priority pass.
VIP entrance.
Yeah, to get in for today. So we started seeing everyone like line up with their passes and asked like some of the employees if there's anything we could do to get in, and they're like, no, like, sorry.
It was the worst because we started seeing a bunch of employees in the blocked up area getting ready for people to come through. We saw a bunch of people who looked like they might be a part of like the corporate team. They were all in like blazers and they still had their like name badges on. So we thought maybe we could track one of them down, flag them down, get 2 tickets, but
nothing.
no luck.
I was like, please! So I'm trying not to let it get me sad, since it's not like we had the expectation that we would go anyways. But we had friends that were here yesterday and they ended up like opening it to everyone, and so that's why we were kind of just like waiting around. So kind of sad. They said they don't know if they'll do it again this week. We are coming back in 2 days from now on Thursday, and so fingers crossed that on Thursday we can go. But in the meantime, we are headed to a Fantasy Springs parade, which I think will be so cute. We heard the music. We heard the music earlier and it sounds so good. One more popcorn, quick detour for the matcha white popcorn. They have the Monsters Inc. bucket! I've been wanting it! Oh my gosh, I knew it had to be here. Nice. Okay.
It's good.
Is it different?
Mm-hmm. It's sweet. You can get a little bit of matcha, but I like it.
Probably like the most plain.
一緒に
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's pretty good.
It's like strawberry Go-Gurt.
Yes. Exactly like that. Yeah. It's just kind of like creamier and thicker.
Yeah,
the flavor is like
yeah.
spot on with Go-Gurt.
Yeah, exactly. if for those of you who know, if you had the Star Wars lightsaber Go-Gurts, this is the red one right here. Are you doing that one?
The black one. It's probably chocolate. Okay. Ready?
Face first. Mmm. Chocolate.
Chocolate. Mmm. Low-key, I think Soren was my favorite, which is not what I was expecting because it's really not like one of my favorites. I really liked it because it was like multi-sensory, and so with all the different scenes that were like just so crisp and so fun, there were scents with all of them too, and so that was so much fun. Pretty sure the one in Orlando is not like that, and so every scene was just like so crisp and so fun, and like a ton with like animals and stuff, which is fun. And then they all just smelled so good and so different for all of them. So I thought that was really cool and really unique. And we are headed out of the parks now, and we're gonna go check into the Toy Story Hotel. We're all checked in and we're headed right back to DisneySea for one final show. I don't know exactly what it is. It's some type of like dreamer show, but it looks like there's a lot of characters and really cool like projections on everything they have there. So should be really cool. We're kind of hustling just because everything took a little bit longer. Genuinely, this is the coolest hotel I have ever stayed in my entire life.
Truly.
Oh, this hotel, it's just so cool and honestly a dream come true to be staying at it. We booked it like the day it opened. I think it opens like 90 days in advance. So cool. You'd like actually feel like a toy as you were walking in.
You gotta come.
Back to the parks now.
私の星はどこ?
君の願い星もここで待ってるんだよ。どんな手段でも生きる。何が一番の幸福だった。 Oh
wish y'all could see how I have y'all propped up right now because I just created the most unique tripod situation so I could quickly recap the day with y'all. It's my camera is like teetering on my phone and 2 water bottles, and this is obviously Andy's room. So cute. I literally can't get over this hotel. I know I've said that 1,000 times now, but I love it. We left the show, which I will get to because it was absolutely incredible, and had the intentions of eating in the little cafe downstairs because we're used to like all Disney hotels just having a quick service, and it actually was reservations only. It's Lotso's Cafe, which I'm not a huge Lotso fan, but I did want to check it out. So we weren't able to go there, but luckily there's like a 7-Eleven type store in the hotel, which is really nice. We did that a ton in Tokyo, and I wasn't really in the mood for onigiri. I feel like we did that every single morning in Tokyo and Kyoto, so I wanted something else, and they had corn dogs. So I never got one of these over in like Tokyo and Kyoto. Obviously, I've had a corn dog before, but I didn't know if it'd be different. So I'm just gonna eat really fast while I chat about the day. Dom's in the shower, and I just like needed to shower before I ate. Tastes like a corn dog. Really need water, but my camera is literally balancing on the water. So I also got this cute little fruit punch drink. It's a jelly drink. I had one back in Tokyo that was like a B12 vitamin drink. I'm gonna try it and see if it's good since I really need water. This is my next best option. I don't know if that texture is for me. Anyways, we had literally the best time today, and I hope y'all had so much fun watching this because I have never vlogged a Disney trip before, and it was really fun for me. I had a lot of fun just thinking about what you would enjoy seeing. I felt like I was mostly talking just when we were like trying the food, but I tried to do a quick recap throughout the parks. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you're interested in more Disney vlogs, definitely let me know because we are certain to have more Disney trips in the future. But just wanted to kind of recap my thoughts on the day and the parks after just like first impressions and all of that. We're headed to Disneyland tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna end up vlogging, but we'll probably have some stories or clips on Instagram and TikTok. But I was so blown away by just how exceptional everything was. Truly, like every single detail was just impeccable and made it so much fun just to kind of take it a little bit slower and pay attention to all the details. I feel like we did a pretty good job of getting a fair amount of rides done. We're going again in 2 days, and so I feel like we'll be able to finish the ones that we didn't get to do, but overall we were like, I feel really good about that. My favorite like aspect, besides the fact that it was just such an incredible park and it is so incredibly well designed and made, I thought it was really interesting just how in like the States and specifically Walt Disney World in Orlando, like pins and pin trading is such a big thing. It's a huge thing. It's something I love doing, not necessarily pin trading, but just collecting pins. I've been doing that since I was little, and I always find it so much fun to look around at like with the other pins that people are wearing. But I felt like the big thing here is the stuffies and the plushies and the cute little like keychains, and people literally had like backpacks with like every single plushie of one character, and I just thought that was so cool. So honestly, that was one of my favorite things, which might be kind of weird, but I just love seeing what people wear to the parks and like people watching and all that. And so it was so much fun. I feel like it's so cool just to see what character people pick and like how they get into that and like show their personalities through outfits at the parks. And so I just like, I felt like majority of the people there were like Disney bounding in some sort and like really matched a specific character. And that is just so cool. People obviously do that in Disney World, but I just feel like it was to a whole different extreme here. I loved that so many like sidekicks or rare characters had more of a presence in these parks, and you could actually find like a lot of merch for these characters that you wouldn't typically otherwise. Like that is so fun to me. One of my favorite things is also just like looking at all the merch and shopping around. So we had so much fun doing that. We definitely have areas in the park that we still need to go to that we like quickly brushed through. So those were some of my favorite things. The show tonight, I cannot remember the exact name of it, like Dreamer or Believer, literally blew my mind because it was so good. And even when only like 20-30% of the show was in English, it was still phenomenal. Of course, I still cried. I've never seen any show like that before. I'm a huge Fantasmic girl. That is like my #1 favorite show. And I felt like this was probably like a very close second, which is a really big deal for me to say just because like nothing even touches Fantasmic back home for me. So I loved it. I was so surprised when like Coco had an element to it. I was so surprised when they did like the Tangled and the Little Mermaid mashup. It was just so, so good. And then overall, I think my favorite ride was Soarin', which is definitely not what I was expecting for the longest, like for pretty much all day since Soarin' was the last ride we did. Indiana Jones was my favorite ride that we had done, which again, I think they have that in Disneyland. I'm not sure, we didn't get to ride it when we were just there. But Soarin', just the fact that they had the different scents and the pictures, like the video were just so crisp and such good quality. It was so much fun. And that one is definitely one of the most popular rides here. I read on a lot of blogs just when we were trying to figure out like our strategy for the rides in the parks that Soarin' usually has like over or around an hour to an hour and a half wait, which is pretty long. I feel like 50-ish minutes is usually my cap for waiting for a ride. So I'm really glad that we got to ride it. I feel like we really had a good strategy for going in with what to rope drop, what to buy the premiere pass for, what to use like the 40th anniversary pass for. I feel like we did such a good job at that, and truly it is just such an incredible park. All of the cast members are so kind. They all seem like they really love their job, which always just makes me so happy because I love interacting with people who are genuinely happy with what they're doing. And yeah, it was so incredible. It was such a fun day. I still can't believe that we are here and we get to experience this park. I really hope y'all enjoyed this and enjoyed seeing a little bit more of a park that you maybe are hoping to visit or have just dreamed of visiting, and hopefully this gave you a really cool insight into it. If you are planning a trip and I can help you in any way, definitely feel free to leave a comment below and I will answer any questions. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.